What's up, guys? Patrick from Endless Pressure Podcast. Hey, I recently dove into a piece on Saturday, a piece I've hunted in years past. And for me, it was just a matter of kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle together, if you will. I had a theory on this buck of what I thought he would be doing. So for me, it was just a matter of, I knew I bumped him in there last year, and he seemed to be a decent buck. And it just seemed like a good spot, like a buck would want to hang out. You know, it's kind of overlooked. No one would really think about hunting this spot, really. So for me, I just went back in there and I put some time in, scouted a whole bunch of spots, and ended up going to where I know I usually see a bunch of tracks crossing the road. And sure enough, it still had held true even with snow on the ground. So we went back in there and ended up finding where this deer bedded, which was great. I mean, for me, so now going into the fall this year, boost my confidence, right? I gotta just kind of strategize how I'm going to try to get on this buck to make it happen, because I don't have a lot to work with. He beds up where he beds up for a reason, and I think he's very safe. He's got a lot of exit strategies. He can see pretty much everything. He can smell. So it's going to be challenging, but it's obviously doable. And then we're just going to have to sit down and look at the maps. You know, I know where he's bedded now, so I can kind of strategize where he's bedded, what he can see. So for me, it worked out great. You know, it's just a matter of getting boots on the ground. You know, whether it's a deer you bumped last year and you kind of know the whereabouts where you bumped him, get back in there. I mean, find some tracks, find a decent buck track you think, and follow that thing. You know, just connect all the dots, put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Why they're rubbing there, why you think they'd be there, why you think they should be there. And make it happen. It's just gotta put the time in a little bit. So hope you guys enjoy this. Where's that deer going? If I fall, then you got cool footage. So these deer, they're hunkering to the road. Seems like the road is literally probably 150 yards that way, which makes perfect sense because there's a big swamp right to my left, which would probably be your right on camera. It's all wet and super thick and gnarly, so a lot of people probably don't hunt this piece. I know I have seen a lot of hunters in here in the past, and they're always out further back that way, which would be to the south. But I always see a lot of deer when I hunt this piece, so I know they're in here. I just got to put the pieces together and figure out what he's doing. But I've seen a big buck here last year, and I'm convinced that guy is bedded up across the road, and he's waiting until dark, and he's crossing the road into this piece to go to the green fields and to feed. So I'm connecting the dots, and I want to get on him next year again. Let's go around. I think I just found a giant tree. This is what I've been looking for all year right here. That whole baby on the papa. That's what you're looking for right there. Nice and tall. Nice and tall. Holy frick. All nipped off. That's what we want to find. Oh, I think that's too far. I got 30 seconds. I think we went too far. Oh, road. Big track here. Crossing the road. Now, it is winter time, so I don't know if this is what he's doing in the fall when we're hunting them. But I've noticed driving down here a couple times that there is solid tracks coming out of this piece. still going into this point. So I hope my theory's right. This point, no one's going to hunt this point because it's literally 100 yards deep and it's right off the road. But last year, me and my buddy both hunted it, and we both had a bigger buck in there, but we never got shots. So we're going to see what we can find. There's all kinds of tracks all over here. It's telling me I think that they are kind of segregated back to this piece. Last year I snuck in this piece and I set this exact tree right here. I wasn't exactly sure where they'd be bedded in this point, so I didn't want to push my luck too far, and I actually bumped a deer, a decent buck, right up on top of here, which makes sense that he'd be using the high ground for elevation to see. So I learned that, and I come back a couple other times, and I never seen them, so I don't know if I scared them out of here because I actually come in here. But I had a buddy hunt this piece too one time, and he had the similar thing happen. So we just got to figure out how to get in here effectively when he's in here without bumping him out, because literally we are not even 100 yards off the road. And if he sits on top of this elevation here, he can see us plain as day. So trying to figure out a strategy how to kill this buck is really what I'm doing. So I found a bed. I think I found his bed. So I think he's bedded up in here. Back behind me is super thick, right? So south, this is going to be a southwest wind blowing in off that point. It would make sense. When I bumped that deer, I had another deer at night. I could hear on the outskirts here in these cattails, and those cattails, they run around this island, which is right back there, and you probably can't see it, but that's where we were hunting. It's literally probably 60 yards away. So this is for surely his bed. There's for surely, he's bedded up in here. I don't know if he's using it come the fall when we're hunting, but I think he is, because this is all chewed up over there. And he's got exit strategy here. This is all swamp cattails behind us. So he's got a lot of exit strategies here, and he's gonna dive into all that thick stuff behind us, and he's gone. You'll totally disappear. You'll never see him. We're learning today. I like it. This could be a second bed. Usually there's more than one around the peninsula. I've noticed they kind of strategize with the winds. It's hard to tell if this actually is where one would bed up. Looks like it'd be kind of deep with water. All this is flooded. This is a big giant swamp, but there are some rubs right here. Just notice. So we got some shredded trees right here. So they're definitely coming back in here, and whether he is coming back in here to bed or not, I don't know. It's possible. There's definitely more than one bed around this peninsula, so I don't know. Feeling good coming the fall that there's still a buck back here. Looks like a decent sized one, so the fall needs to get here soon. We got more rubs right here like this. Rubbage back there, some more. So that's going back to that second bed, I think. I think there is a bed back there. I think he's bedded back there as well. I don't know where I want to go here. Hope you guys enjoy. Like always, like and subscribe. Endless Pressure Podcast and our YouTube channel. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot us a DM. We'd love to answer them. Hope this clip helps you guys out. For me, it was great. I absolutely enjoyed every minute of this clip. Just kind of put my theory to the test, and my theory ended up coming out that it was right.